sorting and more sorting. So yeah, I was finally able to put this stuff up right here. Do these 1x8s, 1x6s, 1x4, 1x2, and the knobs one here, 2x2 with knobs. I do have a lot of gray, so I separated the grays from the colored ones over here, but we'll get to that a little bit later. And I have these 1x1s too, and 2x3s. And then we have the ones right here for my modular buildings. Like you can see these little side studs on each side. And over here I did get some with the prints. So the one by whatever prints, the 2x2 prints, 2x4 prints, and I do have some 2x3s in there too. Over here too we have the 2x2 grays, what you call it, tiles as well, and then 2x2 tiles with the knob as well here. I thought I had more with the without the knob, but it turns out I don't. So I actually have a good bunch of them with the knobs. So that's great for me for whenever I start building more stuff, like when I use for plates and for roads or whatever. I have different colors to match and do some different stuff with it. I'm really excited about that. I did get these other ones too, the 1x1s and the 2x4s. And I tried separating the street ones, and I think that's what I have the Ziploc bag for there too, so I can go ahead and start putting them inside that bag instead as well, so that way I can do that too. But yeah, that pretty much took me like at least 6 hours to knock out all of this. So I'm gonna move on to the next one, which is, if you saw my previous video, is the bigger box with other stuff. I'm gonna try to use this whole table to get that situated, and hopefully I could get it done before the weekends, and then I could actually start working on my buildings that I want to do and the sets I want to build, which I'm really excited to start. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Pretty much on my last point here, doing the last section, which has all the elements. I hope I have enough space. If not, I do have these bags to add, and as I go, I'm gonna see if there's gonna be a lot more pieces. If I do, I have to put them in bags. If they can fit in these, eventually I can move it into my storage stuff, into the storage bin I have right here. I can leave it in there, but I'm gonna keep pushing this stuff out, see which bag fills up first, which one of these fills up first, and then I can put them in the bag, and then I could make room for another element and see where I go from there. But I do definitely have a good amount of elements that I have to go through here. Luckily, I'm glad I got this label maker. So this label maker makes the job a lot much easier to storage and organize. That way I know where everything's gonna be at, and it makes the process of building a whole lot easier. I know I keep saying that a lot, but it really does help a lot whenever you have your stuff organized. I might have to do combinations. Like for example, I do believe I'm going to have to combine this and this together. This one's different because this one has a hole, and then this one doesn't have a hole. So I want to make sure those are separate for whenever I do have to use, like for example, if I have to use a stick, to use a stick element, I could use that to put that in the hole. So this is always good. See, now I'm able to find the pieces much faster. Like when I have to explain, I can find them much easier and much faster. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep sorting this stuff out and see where I go from there. As you can see, I'm almost done, but it's still quite a lot. So after that, I could actually start building the set that I want to build and build around it, because I do need to sort out these pieces in order for me to add to the set that I have got. So that way you guys can see what I have done. And well, I appreciate you still watching. Hope I keep continue, and I'll see you a little bit. Wow, as you can tell, I have been really busy organizing all the pieces. It is like a lot because I have put this really behind. I should have done this way sooner, but I'm glad I have the time to do this. It's just like day 2, I believe, or sorting out these pieces so far. I am currently using this little bin to help me take the pieces in a much smaller quantity, because the box that's over there is like really big. So I have to do it like through that box, and it's much more easier because it's not as heavy. But it does get in the way sometimes when I'm trying to find the pieces. Like if I look for a piece, like for example this piece right here, luckily I know where that is, but if it was somewhere underneath here, I would probably struggle to decide to move it a lot. But I try to just carry the bucket with me and move it all around as I can instead. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that this is getting done. So once this happens, I can actually finally start working on what it is that my buildings and stuff. I even started working on a prototype for like for the street. Like with this right here, I started working like on a sewer thing, where you could do like something like that, make it look. But obviously the colors are not what I want. I want a dark gray of this. If I can find a dark gray of this, in this shape right here, that'd be great. And then that little thing right there in the center, it'll look perfectly flush. You know, all perfect. So I look forward to doing some of my experiments on this stuff. So that's what keeps me going. I hope to keep going with this, obviously. So I'm gonna keep moving on, like I said in the video. So I'll go ahead and catch you in a little bit. After what seems to be weeks, but it turns out to be just 1 week, I was glad that I was able to finally finish. I finally did the one by one with hole number 2. We got the grill pieces, the one by sides. I'll show you just a little bit of the stuff I have here that I was able to organize. And pretty much now have everything in organization, so I'm kind of glad I got that done. Over here I did order more pieces, but for another project that I have, which is typically the set I want to build. I want to add to that set that I'm gonna show possibly in the next video. Over here I do have all my other ones that are smaller. I got the little one with spikes. I got some, I put like 2-in-1 on some of these because I don't have too many pieces on some of these. I do got the flower petals, other flower petals I was able to put up right there. On this section over here I got the 2x bricks, the 2x3s, the slide bikes and roller coaster pieces, the little trees that I could add to the more building stuff, circular floral and building on pieces. Like I have pieces that I could build upon on, like add to that build. So I look forward to that. I got that organized. Over here I got my plates, my bricks, and all that other good stuff already organized, sorted out. Yeah, I still got these, but this will not take too long. I'm gonna put them in a bin and just go through sorting them out. Now it's gonna be easier since I have everything labeled. I could easily just go ahead and just add the pieces I need to add to where they need to be added to. And I'm kind of glad I got that done. So I'm just so happy I got this done. It feels like a mission accomplished, but so I don't believe I'm going to be able to show you what the next project is, so I must cut it right here. If you did enjoy me sorting out the pieces and hassling, I really appreciate you if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure to watch my next video, which I will be showing you next week. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.